Hello, hello, and welcome back to Fate Extra. So, last time we finished up the penultimate week, and right now we are on the final week against none other than Leo, which you all know, the last guy. At this point, it has to be Leo, the final boss. So, let's go on ahead and go on to the next week.
最も弱き者が最も強き者に挑む。迷いと嘆き、決断と成長に満ちたその童貞こそ人間の証である。聖杯は強き者にのみ与えられる。最後の二人は共に性質の違う強者となった。であればもう一度君に送ろう。光あれと。視点の玉座にて君を待つ。
The next combatants will be announced on the second floor bulletin board. And now all too familiar ringing tone draws my eyes to my terminal. The final week has begun. Alright, let's just go see the obvious. When I arrived at the bulletin board, as prompted by the terminal, there is someone there ahead of me. I'm not surprised to see him. After all, there was no one else who would be here.
Konnichiwa.
Leo turns my way, smiling as usual. His servant Gawain stands one step behind him, straight as a sword thrust into a stone. Unlike Leo, Gawain's eyes are calm. I sense no hostility from him, just an ironclad loyalty and an unwavering confidence in his lord. Gawain's composure wouldn't slip even if in the middle of a battle. That righteous white knight would die without question for his lord. As I'm looking around, I'm struck by a sense of change. This is the last time I'll see this bulletin board like this. I look through, I already know the names. Master Leonardo Bistardio Harway, Battlefield, the 7th Chimeric Lunar Sea. With this announcement, at last we are formally adversaries. Once again, I wish you luck. Leo's trying to speak casually, but something has changed about his voice. It's not that he's apprehensive about the fight, he's excited, almost thrilled. It's strange. Honestly, I never imagined I would be the one with me here at the end. When I first saw you, you were an industrious, adaptive, and rather forgettable individual. Over the brief course of this war, you've grown immeasurably, as if suited to the soil of battle. Now, the you standing in front of me is a fitting opponent, not just in ability, but in countenance. I am as enamored with this feeling of competition as a little girl is with a fairy tale. Leo laughs bashfully. You'd think he never enjoyed basic human emotions before. I do not know for which of us his fate was meant for. However, now I feel this fight with you is a necessary step in the process of my ascension to the throne. For showing me the side of the world I had not yet known, you have my deepest gratitude. He wasn't being insincere. He's thanking me in his self-centered, condescending way. He believes he'll win. He believes he's righteous. He believes his own victory is greater than any I have ever seen. Leo, I understand your feelings, but further cordiality would be quite unnecessary. It has been an obstacle. The time to exchange words has passed with its now worthy opponent. You all require rest. A king must be at his best, so let us put an end to this posturing. Indeed. Thank you, Gawain. I got carried away. I will take my leave now. I look forward to your next audience with me on the final battlefield. Off he goes. Leo's parting smile was gentler than usual. I can't help watching his back as he leaves. It's feeling like I have always been looking at Leo's back. My world is too different from his. His sentiment has always been as foreign as his home country. A boy who has progressed by making victory second nature. A king who will not tolerate any outcome but victory. person whose entire life has been absolute. I don't believe that he and I are equals, but then again, we're both king of the mountain right now. We came from many places. To fight in this Holy Grail war, I will struggle to find my place. Alright, time for the final showdown, king. Strangely enough, my heart's calm. I breathe easily. The memories of past battles are a comfort rather than a paralyzing factor. I'm not eager to fight, but I'm not distressed either. Mostly surprised by my own placidity. Archer is in a similar mood. He begins talking to me in his usual cynical tone. Sheesh, I didn't really think this day would arrive, but here it is. The time has come, Master. Are you ready? That Leo boy is exceptionally talented. You can't fudge your way through this one. This tournament has been a crucible for you, and you withstood the temperatures without cracking. However, the cracks you've always had haven't disappeared. You'll need more than luck to hold out. It's like taking on a fortress empty-handed. Silly idea, right? But a fun one. I'll make a confession. This being the end and all, I think our best weapon is creativity, Master. Seeing how far you've come, it's okay to believe in yourself. And hey, I believe in me too. I believe in you. How sentimental. You've always been soft though. Anyways, I'm still stroking my ego, getting you to say you believe in me so late in the game. But since you do believe in me, I'll sunder that King's Saber for you. Because this is our last fight together. At first you were distressed and full of despair, but now I'm happy to be called your servant. Let's go, Master. Life is short, so we have to live without regret. And then Archer quietly disappears. Right, this is the last time Archer and I will fight side by side. Servant always tries to hide behind caustic words, but I know what he really meant. He's a thin soldier, a broken hero in a thankless role. You can't help but feel humbled by him. That's why I'll thank him in a way that doesn't rely on the slippery meaning of words. I'll give my servant a send-off that will make him smile. I'll wrest victory so soundly that he'll be rendered speechless. I can think of no better gift. Alright. I know we just talked to Archer, but let's talk to him again. After talking to Kotomini here. As I head out to the hallway, a silhouette appears in the doorway. I wonder how many times I met Kotomini like this. What does he want this time? As he sees me tense up, he flashes me a rare smile. I must admit that I'm surprised that you of all people have made it this far. I welcome you to the final confrontation, Master. The Holy Grail is almost within your reach. The omnipotent construct that will grant you any wish and a desire. Can you feel how close it is? Of course I dream of it. That is what it is to be human. I have been a bit concerned, but hearing this I am relieved. One who does not have desires, one who does not have wishes, one who only denies the fight. If a person of that demeanor were to win, I'll be sorely disappointed. With that, his mouth forms into a grimace. I have no clue what is going on in his mind, but... Now allow me to announce the final trial. The way to the last battlefield has been opened. So, who will claim victory and raise the Holy Grail to their lips? I'll await with bated breath. Alright, let's just go ahead and talk to Archer, see what he has to say. Anything new? On a totally random note, Archer claims to be a nameless, nondescript heroic spirit. I'm not quite sure how that would even work, so I guess I'll just leave the topic alone for the time being. Being heroic spirit, he must have done something spectacular in the past, like kill a Leviathan.
英雄だから怪物退治か。その発想の貧困さ。いや、脈絡のなさには恐れ入るがね。あいにく、そんな神話テイストな活躍はしていない。大抵は自分の器に見合った活動だったが、一つ大きな事件があったな。私が死後、英霊として扱われることになった原因でもある。自分の力だけでは解決できない。誰かの、何かの手を借りるしかない。そんな状況だ。思えば、誰も見捨てず、一方的に人を救えたのは、あれが最初で最後だった。
10,000? I can see why he became a heroic spirit, but what exactly did he do?
ある発電所の炉心が誘拐してね。誰かが炉心に到達し、解体しなくてはならなかった。それを単独で行っただけだよ。 セキュリティ等の問題を含め、そうだな、アリーナ10階層を1時間で駆け抜けるようなものだ。
Yeah. He says all of this like it was no big deal. I can't quite imagine how deadly the situation was. But the words nuclear meltdown are a pretty good indicator that any sensible person would have run away. Oh. Well, at least he got one heck of a 10 from it.
その発想のブレさ、もはや遠坂凛と同レベルだな。
Well, it's the first time we actually heard him laugh like that.
言っておくが、これは魔術講師の影響だ。別に肌が焼けたからじゃない。
Seems generally angry. It's time like this that I have to endure Archer's grizzled old man lectures. But at least I got an answer out of him. Archer's actually a hero, even if he doesn't think so himself. There we go, we got a little bit more info on good old Archer here. I'm gonna talk to him again just to see the generic voice lines. In we go again. Anything else?
相手はあの少年王だ。小細工はしてこないだろう。ことここに至ってというやつだな。苦言も忠告もそろそろ品切れだ。思うままに戦えばいい。私は主の指示に従うだけだ。
Indeed. Alright, let's get out of here. And what else do we have to do today? Let's see. Right, getting actually do have to go to the commissary today, so we can get the thing I missed on the last playthrough. Not items, mystic codes. There we go. Scapegoat charm. Increases defense. Not really, but that's pretty much all there is. We got everything at this point. So, yeah, that's that. Let me see. We can talk to Sakura and then to Toko. Oops, not that. Guess we can talk to them. There's not much to do here, so let's just go ahead and talk to them both. Taiga hasn't spawned yet. I think she spawns tomorrow, but I'm not really sure. Alright, Sakura. Congratulations on advancing to the 7th round, Hakuno. Please take a lunch. This is the last one, so put extra love in it. And there we go. I think it's... Let me see, what does it do? Keep forgetting. Oops. Actually... And now we don't have enough levels. What does it do? Come on. Mostly heals HP. Alright. Heal status effects. It's basically a worse version of the Mystic Code we have equipped. Anyways, I can't count how many times I've come here, and now the only masters left are myself and Leo. When the finals begin, this school is almost completely devoid of life. When that time comes, these sisters will be here at the chapel and able to leave. You need to focus on your opponent, not worrying about us. Just think us as the scenery. She's right. Toko and I can take care of ourselves. I do appreciate your concern, though. Thanks, Sakano. This may be the last time we see each other, so I want to say goodbye now. Don't hold back against Leo, and although I was just an observer, I have the feelings you'll win. Your compassion sickens me, and you're still a disappointment and a monstrosity. I guess it's something. Being able to relate to other people is a virtue. Maybe. You might not understand it, but every memory of your opponent will make your attacks stronger. But me saying that, you might place more value on this conversation than you should. Oh, screw it. Anyways, I doubt there's any magi still alive as disgustingly voracious as you. With that, Toko always shrugs her shoulders and gives me a sardonic smirk. And despite the abuse, I detect a hint of warmth. I dare say affection, even? Between puffs of smoke, I heard her murmur, "You're quite extraordinary." And we can take a look at the matrix. It's the same one. For the other ones, you can take a look if you want. Not really much new here. And with that, we've done everything for today. Let's just go into the arena. I walk down the hallway, en route to the arena. It is because the culmination of this journey draws nearer, and each footsteps feels so inevitable. What's wrong? Did you lose something? You're more distracted than normal. If you're not up to this yet, you can always go back to your room. Jeez, Archer. Julius comes off sarcastic, but I know how much he cares deep down. He stood by me through a lot of challenges. I wouldn't be here if not for him. We shared so many things that makes even this scenery I've seen 1,000 times special. You must be injured somewhere. Is it asking too much for you to tell me these things? Do you expect to function properly with this stance? This is serious. No, now that I think about it, you haven't had a single day off since the tournament started. Rest for a day, it's okay. I don't mind. And I don't think you'll be disqualified as a master. I should say something, I feel bad for Archer, getting more and more off target. What if I stay silent like this? I bet he'll talk to himself into a corner, ha 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 ha. You're relaxed, I see. I'm jumping to conclusions there. Let's turn to the arena, master. If you're feeling that well, the battle will go in your favor. There's a gleam in Archer's eye, as he disappears leading the way. This past week has been enjoyable because I've been with Archer. I sincerely believe that. But still, the hour of battle draws even closer. The final battle. No matter how the Holy Grail War ends, I'll be parted from him. Indeed. And there's nothing here. Let's just get into the first floor. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I have to deal with the ghost. The atmosphere of the arena felt more ominous than normal, and the noise felt as if it was going to rip me apart. The animosity being directed at me is almost palpable. It makes me want to throw up. The source of all this is definitely not Leo. Archer seems really on edge, but he's right. This feeling isn't coming from either Leo or Gawain. In fact, it's almost sure that I've felt this feeling of hatred before. But how is it? Could it really be? You can never be too prepared. Proceed with caution, master. Yeah, and indeed we will. This one's blocked. Right, so that thing's blocked. I just wanted to go ahead and unlock this. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty much just straightforward. While walking into the arena, a sudden burst of distortion that sounds almost like a groan pierces my brain. Could it be a voice? Julius, not yet die. Why myself? That was definitely a voice. I suddenly feel like a wave of negative emotions is washing over me. Don't listen to that voice, master. It's just the insane ranting of the dead. Get a hold of yourself. Archer's words immediately bring me back to reality. While the aura of negativity is still very much there, the voice that seems to ring in my head is gone. There's no doubt that who that voice belongs to, but how? If I want to know the truth, I have to keep moving forward. Indeed. Alright, you're down. Come here. I think we can take care of this guy in one hit, right? In one cycle, I mean. Yep, definitely can deal with it in one cycle. We should be able to level up from this, I think. A few more. 3 more to do it. Can't go over there yet. That's fine. Come here. So let's see. This. 2. Ah, close. We didn't get that one. But we got that one. One more and we should level up. Here we go again. Bonk. The distortion sears my brain like a hot iron. Dark thoughts seems to work their way through my entire being. The sudden chill that courses through my body sets to shaking, and I feel like I've been turned inside out. I try to stop the intrusions of these evil thoughts into my consciousness, but they continue to enter my mind. His name is dejection. His origins lay in disdain and in spite. His name is abomination and hatred. In his past is scorn and ridicule. In other words, apathy towards everything. What? What is this? These overwhelming emotions. What's the source of this deranged irrationality that is rejected and rejects, denies and is denied? It feels like it's crawled out from the darkest pits of hell. I muster all the strength I can and barely manage to endure the onslaught that threatens to engulf me. The heart rate seldom. Is that someone's voice? I push through the distortion and focus my attention on the voice. Experiment will begin. We will remove the liver to absorb the pain response. No anesthesia will be used. Failure, 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 failure. Less than useless. This individual has no right to exist. It has nothing to contribute to the future. No value, no ability. It's a failure. Its design is flawed. The rate of aging is twice that of a normal person. I predict that his lifespan will be 25 years at best. What a failure. It's hopeless. This is the most unforgivable of sins committed against nature. It'd be understandable if it came from common stock, but it came from superior life form. Refrain, stop. The voice suddenly stops. As I concentrate hard, I can see a figure beyond the distortion. That must be a woman. I focus my concentration, and as I stretch out my hand, a scene plays out before me. There you are, Miss Alicia. That voice sounds like a much younger, but it definitely belongs to Julius. The thought of his voice is audible. His figure doesn't appear. This must be his memories, then. The woman named Alicia turns towards Julius, but this time has degraded the memory of her facial features. Oh, Julius, what's wrong? Yes, the matter was was cared? Something like that. I see. So that's what all 80. The sunlight was so warm, felt so good that I just happened to forget the time it was. Let us hurry. We aren't gonna get punished if we take him. Was just a wait. Just make him wait just a little longer. Anyways, Julius, you're his son, so hasn't he been a better father? Something like that. No, I have always been that which is poison to be Harway. Harway, Leo, pull yourself together, Master. Can you hear me? You have to come back. The sound of Archer's panic shouting brings me back to reality. The voice I heard in his memories faded at the end, but I couldn't understand them. Those memories definitely belonged to Julius. Perhaps he was trying to tell me something. Buried under all those dark memories was a cry of sorrow. I have to go on. I have to learn what the owner of that voice is seeking. Indeed. Let's keep going. Nice. We got this one done pretty easily. And he's gone. And we got the read enemy info, that's pretty good. Level up. Nice, level 35. Come here. No, this. No, it's this. Alright, so let's try this. There we go. Nice. A few more memories. There it is again. The black thoughts encroach into my brain like closing waves. Concentrate on the owner of these voices. I'm drawn into the dark thoughts, avoiding the distortions that try to envelop me as I reach out with my mind. Where is that figure? Once I settle my thoughts, the scenery suddenly begins to play in my mind. It is a continuation of that scene from before. Let us hurry. Making him wait just a little longer won't be enough to get us in trouble. Anyways, Julius, you're his son. Why don't you call him father? I can't. I don't have the right. I was not born with that which is needed to lead the Harways. The one who will succeed the throne is Master Leo. That is how it is. Tell me, what is it that he has been so occupied as of late? He is receiving training by having knowledge and burned into his brain. It sounds like it sounds like a thaumaturgical process. That word is so hard to say. Goddamn. All that horrible surgery, and he's only free. Even as his mother, I so rarely see him. Mr. Leo will one day stand as the pinnacle of the plutocracy the Harveys have built in Europe. The ruler of Western Europe, a burden that pains a mother to see her child's sole shoulder. Julius. Yes. That priest protect Leo. Yes. I exist only for that purpose. Already done. Already now. Alright now. Do make the relic Holy Grail have servant. The servant that I've summoned is East martial artist named Li Xuan and Julie. I apologize, unable to as an ask. It's alright, please, Leo. Even for life. Could these be Julius' memories of the time before his soul became irrevocably signed as an assassin? I focus even harder on what I'm seeing and reach out even further. Something is there. What is it you want to say? And when I finally reach the absolute depths of blackness soul behind these memories... Yep, that is a lot of kills, and let me die. Just fill the whole screen with that. And you're just completely conked out. Master! It's too early to die now, Master. Archer is almost screaming in desperation and fear. It seems like I'm still alive. My hands are still clenched into fists. I'm covered in sweat, and I'm panting with exertion. I have to nod the obviously distressed Archer to show I'm okay, and then slowly get to my feet. But it was there, a cry for help in the depths of Julius' consciousness. I have to know what it means. Off we go again. Luckily there's a fountain right here. There's two enemies here. I'm gonna save because that guy is a pain in the ass sometimes. Anyways, let's fight this guy. Let's see here. I guess we could go for a fortification and then just do a little bit of this. We got one, that's good. We have a fountain right there, so we are pretty good in terms of just using MP. Nice. Alright, I think we don't even need to use skills, honestly. I think we... no, never mind. Oh, wait. Yeah, we didn't even need to use skills. But it still is a powerhouse. Look at the amount of damage he did to me. Yeah, it was pretty close. Anyways, let's just heal ourselves back up. Yep. And... bonk. I think it's pretty much just defend, but let's just do it. Yep, there we go. Solon Gate, the name of this guy. Nice. That's the cipher key, which is blocked. Alright, so we can do this. I think it should be something like this. Nope, it's triangle shaped. Or it's a circle, whatever you want to call it. And he's gone. Alright, last one. The almost tangible animosity is coming from the end of the corridor. Although the source of it isn't approaching, I can tell it's incredibly dangerous. I somehow know that this hatred is directed at me. It's so intense that it feels like I'm very souls being impaled by it. He was hard enough to kill the first time. I'm just surprised just how persistent he actually is. Master, once we go forward, we will be fighting the most dangerous opponents we ever faced. This battle has nothing to do with the war. It's all about one person who wants to take your life at any cost. There is no escaping from the arena now. It's a do-or-die situation, Master. The source of this feeling of hatred is Julius, but his power seems different from when I last faced him. The threat before me is very real, but I have Archer at my side, and if I don't defeat this enemy before me, I'll never make it to the elimination battle. In addition, even as the force of his grudge hits me, I feel something other than desire for my death. I want to know what that feeling is, no matter what might be waiting for me ahead. And there it is. Let's just go ahead and just do a quick save. It's not a very hard battle, this one, compared to the boss fight, but it's better to just save. Here we have the unique sprite here. It's been a while since we last met, Hakuno. The man standing there greeted me in a quiet voice. The serenity of his voice contrasted with the chaotic and noise-filled atmosphere of the arena. You don't seem surprised to see me. Is that not so? You defeated me, but I have returned because of a question I wish to ask you. Also, I will not be defeated by one such as you. I cannot allow myself to fall for one such as you. I don't quite understand what exactly is driving me, but it is those feelings that brought me here. What is he talking about? I understand hating one person that defeats you, that's only natural. But what question could it possibly be so important? What is Julius trying to say? You don't understand? Of course, how could you? This is truly too funny. I am the only one who knows who and what you really are. Unlike a mere ghost at yourself, I am alive. After I fell, I became a ghost. While falling through the perdition created by Seraph, I fought to continue on. Right at the end, I saw the truth. As the moon sun began to tear me apart, I saw what you really were. As if the remains of his sanity finally snapped, Julius suddenly lets a roar of maniacal laughter. In addition to the hatred and insanity reflected in his eyes, there was a sense of obligation and duty. Has the killer before me come back from the dead to fulfill his duty? That's exactly right. I couldn't accept defeat by the hands of any other master but you. You being the one to defeat me is unacceptable. Whether this world lives or dies should be decided by us. Choices will determine. The fate of the world should be made by those living in the present, not by you. A relic of the past like you should not be allowed to influence what happens here and now. Why did Julius just call me? A relic of the past. I'm not only a pale imitation of someone's life, but I was never part of the present. That's correct. You are a reproduction of someone who's lived 20 years before the world slid into stagnation. Then all of the imagery that somehow appeared in my dreams is the last moment of her life, which had ended decades ago. Correct. That is why I cannot allow you to defeat me. The changes that must be made in this area will need to be done by us. Leo, my brother, will be king, or... That's it. That must be the reason. That is my one responsibility. That is what keeps me trapped here. But nothing matters. Please, put me out of my misery. Round 6 is already come and gone. One more person. One less victim. Once I kill him, my duty will be done. This is your final moment. Please, just let me kill you. The man hisses out a command. For a moment I'm violently dizzy. In my vision spins, I fall into a pit of darkness. A violent bestial howl tears through the air and sends tremors running through the ground. That must be the assassin. No, wait, he's different than before. A look of insanity belongs to a berserker. Then there is something seriously wrong with Julius' arm. That dissonance must be because of... My servant mumbles mysteriously under his breath. Oh, I see now. This arm isn't his. Julius must have taken another master's arm. Julius must have ambushed a great number of masters to kill and killed them. He somehow managed to preserve one of his victims' arms and appropriate their command seal. I wonder which master arm he stole, that his arm belongs to Master Berserker. This isn't good. Seems assassin somehow managed to weasel his way into the Berserker class as well. Anyways, the other servant probably wasn't an assassin, but a crazed warrior of some kind. Most servants have only one class, but this one has attributes of two. His power must be incredible. I can't believe that this servant, mind and body, have been able to endure this outrageous injustice. I neither I need neither rational thought or coherent memories. Everything comes to an end now. Now, burn to ashes.
もうじゃねえ往生際が悪いにも程がある排除する貴様だけは
We still got the Matrix from Assassin. Yeah, we got basically everything. Yeah, buddy, you can say whatever you want. Yeah, that sucks. Should have probably used the other one. But, oh well. Now you use your buff. Really? Yeah, he has a lot less HP than his normal thing, so we're pretty much set here. I'm actually gonna go and recover just in case. Yep. We guarded. We're good. I don't think we even are gonna be able to use our normal phantasm. It's gonna be over so quick. Talking Tiger again, but we're fine, really. Even if he does it one more time, we're good. Noble Phantasm is ready, but I don't really think we're gonna need it. Ah, we can use it once. Alright, let's go do that. Overkill as much as possible, right? Unlimited blade works, and let's just use fake sword projection. Yep, we get hit, but we're fine, really.
I am the bone, still is my body. I have his base. Unknown to the blade, your help with yeah, so man will so as I pray. Unlimited blade works.
And let's kill him. Almost 4,000 damage. That is crazy. Bye. With a ground-shaking roar of bestial rage, the once ferocious martial artist disappears into the sky. Li Xuan, considered by many to be one of the greatest masters of the art of Baizhuang, though he dedicated his life to martial arts, he was undone by the karma his acts of violence demanded. Julius' normally refined features contort as the command seals on the back of his hand grow deep red. Unable to withstand the pain as surging through his body, Julius hunches over. I can barely watch as he writhes in pain. It's too late to help Julius. His command seal disappears one by one, and his body collapses onto itself. I cannot bring myself to strike the finishing blow. Despite the fact that he tried to kill me as many times over, I can't kill him as he is now. The person from who this body of mine is copied might have lived their life, much like he did. His eyes slowly open. So this is the end. Julius breathes in deep. There's no longer the madness of bloodlust tinging his eyes. The serenity in your eyes. Though I cannot understand why, you actually have some pity for me. As his shoulders move in time with deliberate breathing, Julius looks up in the sky. This empty world covered by the waters of the virtual sea. Remember the question you asked me before the elimination battle? Why do you kill? You were right, you know. It's exactly what you guessed. The Holy Grail, the highways, none of that really mattered. When I was young, only one person ever showed me love. Me, who has never been loved before. No one can live without love, not even someone like me whose life has no value whatsoever. There was a woman who taught me that my life had value. She died without any warning. It was so sudden. In order to secure Leo's inheritance, her family had her assassinated. Her final request by her to her killer was that they protect Leo, my brother. I can no longer clearly remember the exact events. Looking back on it, the whole incident seems so surreal. I like it to a badly made movie, poorly made, laughably acted, and generally done in poor taste. Julius isn't looking my way. He's now deep in his memories. But since then, my purpose was clear. I would work to grant her final wish, and then join her in death. People began to despise me like I was an evil spirit whose hands were forever tainted with blood. But I couldn't accept that, because in trying to grant her wish, I had motivation in life. But you, while destroying my cause, you didn't finish me off. Why? Seems like you wanted to be saved. I have been more awed by Julius than any other opponent, but inside his ferocity lay a deep melancholy. Behind his frozen gaze, I sensed the man crying out for rescue like a helpless infant. I just wanted someone to rescue me. Maybe I did. Julius cast his eyes down. I feel like I've been lost in the darkness alone ever since birth, never considering what there might be hope or another path. My whole life I've been an insect desperately drawn to a single light far ahead of me. But maybe my life wasn't all that bad. It's bright here. If I could be born one more time, I may live the same way again. Even if my dark journey ends in pain, it means everything to see light at the end of the path. A yellow light can be seen reflecting off his eyes in Julius's raised head. Maybe he's seeing the only person who can truly save him. I can only hope that's the case. I'm sad when I'm powerless to do anything for him myself. Kishinami, are you crying for me? I had forgotten the beauty that such a gesture can hold. No, don't shed tears for me. Before his fingers reach my cheek to wipe away the tears, it melts away into thin air. Ah, it's time. My heart cringes as his hand and his feet lose color and become translucent as teardrops. And then, off he goes. And then, with a faint smile spreading across his lips, Julius disappears without a trace. Alright, let me see. We still don't have access to that during it, right? So yeah, let's just go back. Nothing really else to do.
ああ、賛成だ。いい加減、外が恋しくなってきた。
Julius Harway found salvation. Good for him. What's more baffling than that zombie is the fact that we haven't seen your opponent once in the arena. That little king doesn't seem like the type to lay traps, but I can never be too careful. Off we go, saving the game. Day 2. The assassin appears for the third time. Only in the Holy Grail war could I meet such an opponent. Archer had told me not to worry too much about it, but I still cannot help but think about it. Julius, just so you know, it's not our place or purpose to wonder if he had received salvation. If it'd be asinine to have any sympathy for him, as who are we to pass judgment on his life? The only thing we know for sure is that he tried his hardest to defeat you and failed. The only thing you need to remember from all this is only the final result matters. That may be true. Just like Archer said, Julius's life was his own. I can't take responsibility for how he led it. You can weep and you can be weepy and sentimental once all of this is over. For now, a truly powerful enemy awaits. And not an acknowledgement of Archer's words. Now that I think about it, I haven't told Rin about Julius. I don't know if she's around today. I can go see her later. We will indeed. She's in the rooftop, so there's that. Let's just go see if Arch has anything new to say or what. Nope, nothing new. Alright, let's go to the rooftop. Let's take a look. Hold on. Alright, it's on day 3 that the tiger spawns. So, nothing else to do here but to go up and talk to good old Rin. To think you actually made it this far. I was sure you'd die in the first round. The joyous expression on the girl's face totally at odds with the sarcasm in her voice. However, I have to be honest with myself. Without her help, I would be dead by now. While thinking about it just now, maybe she's helped me. How much she helped me, my true feelings inadvertently slip out. Thank you for everything. It's only because of Rin's help that I managed to make it this far. Idiot, what in the hell are you talking about? I was only looking out for myself, same as you. That's it. I wasn't doing anything for you. Okay, maybe I helped you a little. But all of your victories were a result of your hard work. I've had very little to do with them. Remember, the final battle still remains. Although Rin was blushing for a moment, it quickly faded as her mood turned serious again. She's right. The finals await, and a deadly obstacle stands between me and the Holy Grail. I will only say this once, so listen as if your life depended on what I'm going to tell you. Leo and his servants are the trump card to the Western plutocrats. Hope they'll get them their Holy Grail. Their strength is such that even the Lancer and I could not face them unaided. However, I can't explain why, but I have a feeling that everything will turn out okay for you. It's hard for me to say such a thing, even harder that although you're strong, I can't say how. Remember, you're just as powerful as Leo. When the time comes to face him, do not hold back. Me, powerful. I can't believe that Rin Tosik of all people would say that to me. Even more surprising that she's sincere, considering how lost and clueless I've been at times. Her words mean everything to me. For the first time, I've received praise from a fellow master. Whoa, what's with the creepy smile? Look like you just won the Holy Grail. Now go. You should head to the arena. You no longer have time to relax. She then hits me violently in the back with a solid thud, followed by incredible pain. While trying to hide my smile at her embarrassment, I turn and leave the rooftop behind me. Is there anything I can do to help? I will, even if it's only something minor. So try to throw your life away needlessly, alright? Indeed, let's go to the chapel. I think we have a level. Ready? Hey. Yep. There we go. I do wonder if we're gonna be able to get to A+. Nope, we're good. Alright. Into the first floor and off we go. Tiger hasn't spawned yet, she spawns tomorrow. Archer seems unusually subdued. Seems like there was something in his mind that's bothering him. What's wrong, Master? I thought you were going to enter the arena now. Although Archer seems to be back to normal, it's obvious that his bravado is slightly forced. Is there something bothering him? Maybe I can help. Looking at him, I ask. Do you have a stomachache? Ah, abuse. And to think for a brief moment that I thought you were concerned about me. For such a willful thinking, and there isn't food around that could upset my stomach. I didn't expect the question to set him off like this. Never think Archer was a gourmand. But with that aside, after hesitating for a few seconds, Archer begins speaking. What the hell? I suppose you should know more about my situation. Servants called to fight in the Seraph version of the Holy Grail War must obey one rule. The ban on combat on campus only pertains to masters. Servants aren't obliged to follow it. If you're willing to accept the penalties, you can attack your foe at any time while on campus. But there is one restriction that cannot be circumvented, nor will it be ignored. Any action that threatens the moon cell, the system which runs the Seraph, will be punished. It's a safeguard to protect the moon cell from rogue masters who might want to destroy it. To put it bluntly, if a threat to the system occurs, I am to put its safety ahead of my masters. Every servant currently present in the Seraph is obliged to obey this command. A servant who has gone berserk may be exempt from this rule, but not the rest of us. Normally, the safety of the moon cell should be more important to me than yours. I see. So hearing his explanation, it doesn't seem that surprising. In fact, it seems fairly humane. It's like the last line of defense for the moon cell, considering it regards for masters in general. However, Archer's little diatribe explains nothing about why he seems so conflicted. Conflicted. Yeah, that's a good way to describe my thoughts. It has to do with you, actually. How do I put this? Let's just say my priorities have changed recently. For a servant whose loyalty shifts so, only a seraph knows what will become. Never mind. I was just thinking out loud. Never, just forget I say anything. With a dismissive shrug, Archer turns to his normal flippant self. Sorry, I didn't mean to waste your time with my priorities rambling. Let's get moving. When that apology, Archer disappears. Although he's made clear that I am to forget it, it's not going to be that easy, so hearing any complaints from Archer is kind of unnerving. How serious this problem is. You will see when we enter the arena. The doors will be open, but we are gonna have to fight a new boss. Here. It's more of a mini-boss than anything, but... All of the doors in the arena that were sealed open at the same time. Julius must have somehow hacked the arena and blocked the passageways. Those doors must have been Julius' doing. Now that it's clear, we need to make up for lost time. Alright. There's one right over here. Remember, we still need to open a lot of boxes. For Archer's last comment. In my room, which is opening a shit ton of boxes. Right, so, let me take a look at the map here. This is a shortcut, essentially. So, yeah. Okay, we can take this route here. Ah, damn, barely. Alright, so it's... I think it's pretty much this, right? Nope. Oh, we got it anyways. We are somewhat close to level up there, so that's pretty good. Right, this is a dead end for no reason. We just need to go back up here. There's that guy over there. There we go. Now you hit it. Yeah, I think this pretty much this. Alright, let's see it. Nope. Nope, and we got a curse. This is wonderful. Alright. Let's see, heal him a little bit. There we go. Come here. Let's deal with you now. It's probably this, or probably not, who knows. Nope, it wasn't. Nice, we hit it, and ambush. Let's see, so it's this. Nope. Nah, that's close enough. Alright. This one's just a way to avoid that guy, but essentially there's nothing really why you should take this except for that. Really? The guy's right in front of you and you missed by a mile. Alright, so... one of these days that's gonna work. But not today. Alright, so the last part is the boss fight here. Doesn't seem to be any enemies lurking around here, so maybe I can actually relax for a while. What's up, master? There's something shiny on the room. Catch your attention. I quickly explained. It wasn't the room that distracted me, but the thought of the story Archer told me earlier. After seeing that look in the face of one so enigmatic, there's no way I can pretend that I didn't hear anything. I was just babbling. Seriously, just forget I said anything. Nothing I said was very meaningful after all. If it is of no big deal, why won't he tell me what's wrong? Why make me worry like this? It's not like Archer after all. Not like me, huh? I like that you speak your mind now. You are right. I was being somewhat disingenuous. With that, I could see the tension melt away from Archer's shoulders. With one habitual self-mocking sigh, he turns and faces me. There is no way to dance around it, so here it is. I have broken one of the cardinal rules of the Holy Grail War. Rather than of the Moon Cell, I have made the safety of my master my top priority. I've tried to reset my priorities, but unfortunately I'm not a robot to be programmed. Funny, because when I was mortal I could do this type of thing without a thought, but... whatever the case, I'm sure you're not going to be very happy about what I'm going to say next. Master, you're always held accountable for the servant's transgressions. The Moon Cell will undoubtedly consider you the target for any punishment that it feels necessary. So, I apologize. If you had more command skills, I'd force you to make me a berserker, but, Archer begins to grind his teeth in frustration and anger, as though he loathes his actions that may cost me. Paragon of justice, while alive, the person before me never allowed himself to be a subordinate to anyone. He is actually apologizing for going against his nature and putting my well-being over that of the Seraph. Really? His ignorance is so sincere that it renders me speechless. He doesn't seem to get it, does he? I can't believe that. I still have to put it in short, simple words that he can understand. Alright, let's just do the mean one first. You suck as a servant. Does this blurt out my first thing that comes to mind? It wouldn't have mattered if it was kind or abusive. I felt indebted to Archer for a while. From my first meeting until now, he's always supported me. But there is nothing I can give him in return except heartfelt words of appreciation. But I think that's enough. I am truthfully grateful he put the welfare of his master above that of a Moon Cell. The fact that he somehow made it this far means a great deal to both of us. The fact that I'm still alive even now is testament to that heroic spirit's devotion to me. The bond we share means more than anything to me. Bond, huh? That's, how do I say this diplomatically? Sounds like that took balls to say something like that. Archer acts stunned, but I've come to learn that's how he tries to hide his embarrassment. But it's as good as word as any, I suppose. It's straightforward enough that anyone can understand it. An actual genuine smile lights up Archer's face as he repeats the word again and again. An ever-present grimace that usually colorless expression is gone, replaced with something akin to hope. Before there's any time to enjoy the moment, what the hell is that? An ominous figure approaches us. I feel like his only purpose is to eliminate us both. That can't be anything other than an enemy program controlled by the Moon Cell itself. That must mean the Moon Cell decided the punishment for Archer's actions. Oddly, I'm actually relieved. I was worried that the punishment would be far more outrageous. Girl will be disappointed. I'm sure I'll be able to deal with this at absolutely no problem. Anyways, the Moon Cell's direct interference doesn't change what we still need to accomplish. If it chooses to be my enemy, I will just have to show it exactly what me and Archer are capable of. That's right, Master. Now it's my turn to meet your expectations.
いに応えるとしよう。
Alright, this one isn't very bad actually. It does have a bit of health, but it's nothing all that surprising really.
行くぞ。投影強化。
We got hit, but we can recover from that.
ここが返すぞ。切り伏せる。捕らえた。
Nice. He has even less health than the boss from yesterday.
いい調子だ。
So we're pretty good, honestly. Let's go for this.
切り込むか。
Yep, I figured.
見えた。返すぞ。切り伏せる。
We're good, even if... Yep. Oh, come on, really?
すまない。
The punishment program was activated because my servant was broken free of the Holy Grail's control. And although we fought hard as we could, there was no chance of overcoming the power of the Holy Grail. And the form it took was horrifying. It was crawled from the depths of my nightmares and stopped before us, and, moving as quickly as lightning, it swung its arms as if to strike through my skull and directly my brain. But this might be the best. Although I do feel bad for my servant, I'm happy to have experienced such a powerful bond with them. Yep, we don't even get the... God damn it. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. That didn't actually take all that much time, but... Damn, that was damn embarrassing.
切り込むか。強度を上げるぞ。 浅はかだな。 決着をつけるとしよう。行くぞ。
Nope. That wasn't it.
見えた。返すぞ。なるほど。3兵じゃないか。承知。
Yeah, we're still good.
すまん。調子が出ん。
Let's try it. Let's try this. Yep, that was the one we failed at last time. And we leveled up. And almost as if they were never there, the program sent to kill us vanishes. The bond that we share, even if it's against the rules, I will not allow it to be destroyed.
Yes.
Perfect. Your magic circles are now allowing me to use a whopping 120% of my potential. The enemy's programs we face have been strong, but their strength is nothing compared to that of our bond. Although I have been sneaking suspicion that this was what the Moon Cell wanted to happen. The bond that exists between master and servant, this whole thing might have been set up to test that bond. If it was a test that bond, then it seemed to have passed. Archer stood up straight, looking proud of himself, and impossible as it may be, totally dependable. Better get going, Master. The time for sentimentality is over, yes? He's right. Even as we speak, Leo may have already taken possession of the Holy Grail, What we faced just now was only one of many obstacles. We haven't even gone beyond the first floor yet. But one thing I can say for certain is now I have with what I have now with Archer is more valuable than any treasure.
その調子だ。少しは腕を上げたな。
Indeed. Let's just keep going. That guy isn't here for now.
仕掛ける。
Alright. What do we got? This, and then this.
任せろ。
Nice.
消え去るがいい。予定通りだ。先に進もう、マスター。
Trigger obtained. I feel sorry for Julius, but the dead can never can't match the living, and so we were able to nab the trigger. But if you plan on continuing your exploration in the arena, for God's sake, be careful, okay?
やるじゃないか。
Yeah, we're almost done anyways. We just need to go over here. Damn it, I didn't see you there.
勝負。
Yeah, we're pretty good. It's just defending.
行くぞ。見えた。見えた。返すぞ。ここか。
Almost there. I broke.
見えた。浅はかだな。
Anyways, we got that one.
消え去るがいい。汝がこの調子ならいいんだがね。
Indeed. And we got an elixir.
あって困るものでもなし、遠慮なくいただいておく。
Alright, that was that. Let's get out of here. Yep.
探索はここまでだな。続きはまた明日にしよう。
Alright, we got everything. And I think I'm gonna end it here for now. Tomorrow we get to explore the second map. And that's gonna be it for now. And we're also gonna be unlocking our final conversation with our final rank with Archer. So that's gonna be it for now. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time for more Fate Extra. Ciao.